Many areas of the world will begin to be severely affected even before the date of passing, so don't think you can wait to the last minute and then jet away safely. There will be nowhere to go. That is why you are seeing such drastic changes in air travel and security, because when the warning does it go out, it won't go to you or me. Those who have been chosen will just suddenly up and go with armed guards at every airport, to prevent the unwashed masses from trying to flee and getting in their way. The Wars of Marduk. My story wouldn't be complete without mentioning a god named Marduk. Mighty Marduk, the all-powerful war god and sky god of the Babylonians, built Babylon as his home and created humankind, to dwell there and toil there for the gods after he slew the evil Tiamat, so myth tells us. Son of E and Dumkina, Marduk began his existence in the deep abyss, in the heart of the holy Apsu. He was bomb-hole, strong, and beautiful with 4 eyes and 4 ears, and it is said that he spat fire when he spoke. He had the gift of magic and command over the winds. Indeed, Marduk was a hero, a leader right from his birth. He belongs to the younger gods, and was chosen king of the Igigi to destroy Tiamat. Tiamat, the terrible earth goddess, is primeval chaos. She belongs to the rank of the older gods, whom she has been threatening and abusing. And it is Marduk who is called upon to kill her in the Babylonian creation myth. The Babylonian creation myth tells of the battle between Marduk and Tiamat, between good and evil. This myth was most likely first written down between the 8th and 12th century BCE, but it comes from an earlier time, from ancient Sumerian mythology, from the Enuma Elish. Marduk, greater than all the gods, was chosen avenger of the gods and made king. His heroic task was to kill Tiamat for her terror and abuse of the gods. So Marduk fashioned a net to ensnare her, then he called upon the winds, and mounted his chariot led by his fierce team, and set out after the great monster. He followed the sound of Tiamat's rage and found her. Tiamat tried to undo Marduk with spells and words, but Marduk was too clever for her. He challenged her to one-on-one battle, and she accepted. They fought hard, and finally Marduk caught her in his net, using the winds against her. Tiamat in return tried to swallow Marduk, but he sent Imnalu into her. This wind raged through her body, holding her mouth open and blew her up. Then mighty Marduk shot an arrow, which pierced her belly and her heart, and he straddled her dead body in victory. Next, he destroyed her evil band of followers, by trampling them into the ground, and he recovered the tablet of destinies from them. Returning to Tiamat's carcass, he wondered what to do with her remains, so he smashed her skull, and severed her arteries, the blood streaming forth on the north wind, to the far reaches of the world. He ripped her huge dead body in two, and raised the top half to create the Ark of the Sky. Her eyes became the source for the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers, and from her udders Marduk made the mountains. The gods rejoiced in Marduk's victory over the evil Tiamat, and lavished him with gifts including his 50 names. Marduk surveyed the great expanse of the sky that he created and then chose Babylon as his home on earth and created humans to work the land. What does this myth tell us about the ancient Babylonians? It tells us that they revered their powerful god Marduk as the great creator, but it also gives us insight into what they thought of themselves. Since they were created by their god, solely to work the land and serve the gods, they did not expect much in the way of eternal salvation. They were at the mercy of their gods for their lives and then went to a dreadful afterlife. They were the servants, the slaves of the gods. But they rejoiced in life, in simply being alive, and they enjoyed what wonders life had to offer them. But wait. There is more to this story. When I was in grade school I was taught that the asteroid belt was a planet that formed with the rest of the solar system. It then, for some unstated reason, broke up. Today it is said that the asteroid belt never quite came together to be a planet. The model I was taught years ago had the sun and planets forming together. The sun was the big mass in the center of a rotating disk of gas, mostly hydrogen and helium, and dust, small clumps of atoms of heavier elements. The planets were small masses moving in circular orbits around the big mass. As gravity pulled all these masses together, the Sun compresses to the point that a nuclear fire started. The planets condensed, melted, differentiated and cooled. Today the feeling is that the Sun formed first with the rest of the disk condensing into chunks. These chunks kept crashing into each other, until the planets formed. It is said that the Jupiter orbit caused a range of gravitational instability where a ring of clutter, the asteroid belt, now circles the Sun. This range of gravitational instability did not allow a planet to form. These chunks all got organized into circular orbits, and now follow each other around the Sun. Ancient myth suggests, however, that there was a planet between Mars and Jupiter at one time. In the Babylonian creation myth, this planet was destroyed by another object. In the creation myth, the destroyed planet is called Tiamat.